Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a Kafka Executor by me. So let's get into it. The hideout was unusually quiet. The kind of calm that allowed moments of stolen peace. You found yourself alone with Kafka. And in the dimly lit corner of the main control room, her violet eyes focused on you, with that signature teasing smirk tugging at her lips. Finally, I was beginning to think we'd never get a moment alone. She drawled, leaning casually against the console, and you chuckled softly, stepping closer to her. Well, it's not really all that easy with the others around. Well, how sinister of them. Surely they'd never dare to interrupt us, would they? Her voice dipped into a playful purr as she reached out to grab your wrist, tugging you gently toward her, and you stumbled into her with a laugh, your hands landing on her shoulders. Well, they'd better not. I don't think I would survive the embarrassment. She tilted her head, her gaze flickering between your eyes and lips. Oh, really? Now I'm almost tempted to leave the door unlocked. She mused, her hand sliding up to your waist. Kafka, you warned, though your tone lacked any bite. Her smirk widened as she leaned in, her lips brushing yours in a feather-light kiss that made your breath hitch. Relax. I just want you to myself for a little while. She murmured against your mouth. You didn't need much convincing. Her touch was intoxicating, and the way she kissed you, slow, deliberate, was just the right amount of teasing, had your heart racing. You melted into her, your fingers dangling in her soft hair as she deepened the kiss. It was all too perfect, so amazing and easy to get lost into. All until a loud, exaggerated cough shattered the moment. Am I interrupting something? You and Kafka froze, your lips still inches apart, as both of you turned to see Blade standing in the doorway, his arms crossed and an amused glint in his eyes. Behind him, Silver Wolf was standing, her face blank but her raised brow betraying her curiosity. Well, this is certainly a productive use of our downtime. Blade drawled, his voice dripping with sarcasm, and you felt your face hate instantly. And you tried to step back, but Kafka's arms tightened around your waist, keeping you firmly in place. You are interrupting, actually. But I suppose I shouldn't expect any less from you, too. At least Firefly has the dignity not to do this, she said smoothly, not even a hint of embarrassment in her tone. And Silver Wolf tilted her head, her gaze flicking between you and Kafka. And here I thought you said you were going to work on the next mission plan. This doesn't look like strategizing, she said, her voice monotone, but with a hint of dry humor. Don't be jealous. Not everyone can multitask like me. Kafka replied with a lazy smirk, her hand brushing along your back, and you groaned softly, burying your face in Kafka's shoulder to hide your burning embarrassment. Kafka, can we please not do this right now? He muttered. Why not? They're the ones who walked in on us, she teased, her voice light, and Blade shook his head, though there was the faintest twitch of a smile at the corner of his lips. Just try to keep it down next time. he said dryly before turning on his heel and walking away. Silver Wolf lingered for a moment longer, her expression unreadable. Finally, she shrugged and muttered, "You two are weird," before following Wade out of the room. And as the door slid shut behind him, you let out a heavy sigh, finally pulling away from Kafka. "That was mortifying," he said, your voice muffled by your hands as you covered your face. And Kafka chuckled softly, her fingers gently prying your hands away. "Oh, come on. It's not like we were doing anything scandalous," she said, her tone playful, like this was not an embarrassment encounter to her at all. "Wait, hold on. You don't think making out in the middle of the control room is scandalous?" He shot back, though there was no anger in your voice. And she shrugged, her smirk still firmly in place. "Not really. And besides, I don't care if they see. Let them know you're mine," she added, and your cheeks flushed again, and you shook your head. "You're impossible, and you love it," she replied, without missing a beat, brushing a strand of hair from your face. "No, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted?" "You really don't care, do you?" You stare at her for a moment before letting out a soft laugh. "Not one bit. But if it bothers you, we can move this somewhere more private," she said, and you hesitated, glancing toward the door, then back at her. "Let's just say I would rather avoid another audience." And Kafka chuckled, taking your hand and pressing a soft kiss to your knuckles. "Then lead the way, darling." And despite the lingering embarrassment, you couldn't help but smile as she followed you out of the room. With Kafka, life was rarely quiet, and it was certainly never boring. And to be quite honest, you really wouldn't have it any other way.